Hello and welcome to, I don't know what episode it is, but hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Parenting Tools podcast. My name is Jordan.
And my name is Jason. This is the podcast where myself and Jordan talk about our lives as dads, being parents.
It's true.
I've got a really funny story.
Go on.
But it's also really disgusting.
Oh gosh. Go for it.
Yeah.
You go for it.
It's the type of story that I said to my wife, I'm going to tell this in the podcast, and she hesitated. She doesn't usually hesitate. She's a very open book. She paused on this one. She said, should you really tell that on the podcast?
I have this as well.
So I'm going to test the waters.
Oh, wow.
And you can tell me if I should have told the story or not.
Go for it.
So my daughter has a very, quite, not severe, well, she has an allergy to egg, milk and soy.
Oh, gosh.
When she eats that, no, it's not. When she eats one of those things, it doesn't like all flood out of her. It shuts down parts of her bowels, so it makes it harder to poo.
Yep.
However, the advice from the nutritionists is you've got to start at some point on the egg ladder and then the milk ladder.
Yep.
The soy ladder will fix itself apparently because they're all similar in nature. But you've got to start with egg. You've got to start with cooked eggs. We had been procrastinating on the egg ladder because we've been moving house. Just hasn't been at the top of the list.
Yeah.
So we thought, we'll make a jump start on the egg ladder.
The egg ladder
We'll
can
skip
wait.
the cooked egg. We'll go to egg that's in stuff. Mayo.
Oh, wow.
Just put some tuna mayo.
Love tuna mayo.
So does Noah. She loved it. She had it at lunch. Everything seemed fine. We thought we'll double down. Give it to her again at dinner.
Oh, my word. Did her stomach not love it?
And we're saying, how's your stomach feeling, Noah? She's like, I feel fine. It feels good. That tuna mayo was lovely. Like, legit, she loved it. And so put her to bed, that's all fine. We are still in the place where at about midnight, she will come into our bed. Just to clarify, we are now sans nappies.
Yeah.
We're without nappies. She knows when she needs the toilet, she gets up and goes.
You mentioned that you'd gone back to nighttime nappies.
Oh, yeah, so that was just a phase. She was fine.
Back out.
It was just because we'd moved house, it done settled her.
Yep.
Now she'll get up, go to the toilet. We do put extra protective stuff down just in case.
Mm-hmm.
No one wants to deal with that.
No.
And this night, me and my wife were very tired. So I don't remember Noah joining the bed.
Oh, wow.
I remember checking the time at 1 a.m. She wasn't there. I thought, oh, great, she's going to sleep through in her own bed. Woke up and she's in the bed. Must have been about 3. I thought, I could smell something. And so I checked, but it's in the dark. No wet. It's fine. One of us just smells a bit. Roll on the morning.
Oh, my word.
And, yeah.
Did you roll on the morning?
No. It was all contained. But essentially, my daughter had pooed in my bed.
Oh, my life. So you had a couple of weeks ago.
A couple of weeks ago.
And the full works.
And poo.
Mate, you just...
Thankfully, now this is a very bizarre thankfulness. It was so hot that we had no quilt covers on.
Yeah.
So none of that was contaminated. The stuff that was protecting our bed was all there. It did its job very well.
Oh.
But just the thought.
You are sickness in the bed away from the unholy trinity.
Well, we've had sickness in the bed as well.
Recently?
So, no, not recently, but...
It's coming your way.
Oh, no.
Oh, mate. This
So
is parent life, man. That's what happens.
Definitely felt at the time like a new low.
Yeah.
But we didn't want to act like that in front of our daughter because she felt fine. We were like, is your tummy hurting? And she was like, no, I feel great. She just obviously didn't realise it was happening.
Did it smell different because it was tuna mayo? Bit of egg.
It didn't. On the scale of poos, it didn't smell the worst. Didn't smell the best.
I mean, it
wasn't odourless.
What kind of poo smells the best?
Odourless poo.
The one that doesn't smell.
Yeah, that's what you're going for. So just anyone that's toying with the idea, if they're on the egg milk soy ladder, don't skip a step. It will come back at you.
Don't double down.
And don't double down.
I feel like that's where you went wrong.
So the next day I went out and bought vegan mayo.
I am no nutritionist, but I wouldn't have doubled down.
I got cocky.
Mate, you...
thought it's been 6 hours, she's fine.
You ran up the ladder.
She's been to the toilet. Everything's normal. No.
Oh, my life.
Yeah, so definitely that's waking up with poo in the bed.
Not the one.
2.
Definitely is the 2.
That was a low-hanging fruit.
Well, you've got to take them sometimes, mate. So yesterday was my little girl's 2nd birthday.
2nd birthday.
How mad is that?
That is crazy.
And your daughter was in attendance?
I was supposed to be in attendance
Didn't
too.
you? No, she
She didn't put herself. That's good.
every cloud.
This is sorry for not being there. I as parents, life admin sometimes gets on top of you, and it was in the shared calendar, and for some reason the Sainsbury's man was booked.
The Sainsbury's man.
Sainsbury's man was actually a woman who delivered it.
Shout out. You know who you are.
But you can't, once it's gone through like their final checks, you can't change it.
Mate, don't apologise to me.
No, I'm annoyed.
Apologise to Mila. To be fair, I missed Noah's birthday. I couldn't make Noah's birthday.
There you go, we're even.
We're even.
But how was it? How was the party?
Oh, mate, it was great. Apart from the weather.
Oh, I thought you were going to say some sort of fight broke out.
No. The weather.
What was wrong with the weather? Too hot?
It was
Too
hot.
spicy?
Hot. It was hot, but raining.
Oh, yeah.
So you couldn't sit inside because it was far too warm.
Yeah.
All the kids were having a great time running around in the rain.
Yeah.
And then all the parents were kind of outside under like the trees and stuff trying.
Yeah.
But it was just far too hot to be inside, far too wet to be outside.
That's the type of weather that when you don't have kids, so what if you get wet? It's fine.
Or you just sit on a fan. In front of a fan.
In front of a fan.
You haven't got to move.
Yeah.
Just set yourself up with a little fan.
When you got kids, it's
You got to move.
spare change of clothes. Overheating. So many things to think about.
And they want a cuddle.
Oh.
They want a cuddle.
On a
when
birthday as well.
When it's really hot. So I love cuddles with the kids.
Oh, yeah.
I'll always take a cuddle. Especially now they're getting older and they don't,
And the fear of one day they won't want to cuddle.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
they
It's
don't.
lurking.
I'm not cool anymore already. I love a cuddle, except when they've got sun cream on.
Oh, yeah.
It hurts. Like the friction
I think you might have allergies.
of their arms. And they're like, I want to cuddle. And like they've got sun cream. And you're just like, there's friction.
It's more just the oily nature
Oh,
of
it's hot and it's greasy. You have to have
Yeah.
a wash. And then your clothes have got little blotches on them. Like, yeah, they're protected from those UV rays. But dear me, get off me. Go have a shower first and then come back.
Oh, so it's really funny. We got a voice note from your wife a couple of days before the party.
Did you?
So we'd mentioned on the podcast that your wife organises parties and they're spectacular.
Oh, yeah.
And she said that she'd ordered a bunch of stuff and it hadn't arrived.
She did, yeah.
So she'd ordered emergency supplies.
Yeah.
What was the outcome? Was it acceptable?
Successful. Yeah, really good. She's just so good. I'm putting it out there. If you want a party planner, get in touch with us.
Yeah, I would.
And my wife will sort it out. And she does it effortlessly as well. Like
That's almost annoying.
yeah, but she's not a stress head, or she's not like being all, I need to get this done. She just like cracks on, does it effortlessly, like the opposite of me trying to say that word. And the only time really she ropes me in is to get the balloons up and just like, can you do that because I can't reach, or it's a bit awkward. But she just cracks it out and just does it and nails it every time.
Oh, what was the theme?
Mermaid. Yeah. My little girl loves Ariel.
So you're now a parent. She's now a parent of 2 over 2.
Yeah, 4 and 2.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm old.
Oh, baby.
Yeah. It's mad. And we say all the time how quickly it's gone.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And it keeps coming.
Yeah. It's like I have these, do you know when your phone gives you flashbacks? It's like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's like your child alive. And it's like, no way, 3 years ago were you like walking around.
Oh, yeah.
Never mind, like when I think 2 years ago, my 4-year-old should be 6 months old.
Yeah.
But there he is, like on
Mind
photos.
trap.
Yeah, 3 years ago, walking around. I'm like, oh, it's getting longer, isn't it?
just
getting older.
Just getting older. One of the things that I found really like endearingly cute that's been happening recently. I think we mentioned last week that my daughter's been going to preschool, and she's been getting really upset about it. And one thing that she's picked up from another shout out here to Bluey is Bluey's checklist.
Go on. I've not heard of this.
So on the show, one of the characters gets upset, and the mum goes over and teaches her the checklist, Chili's checklist. It's have a little cry, pick myself up, dust myself off, and keep going. And the little character does it, and it's like, when you're sad or something, have a little cry, pick yourself up, dust yourself off, keep going. And just about to drop off Noah to preschool, and she's crying in the back of the car. She wants a mum, but she's at work. And then she just stops crying, and she goes, had a little cry, pick myself up, dust myself off, and keep going.
Oh my!
And I was just like, oh my word!
Shout out to Bluey again.
Thank you, Bluey.
They've done it again.
It was so it hit an emotional chord I didn't know I had of like she's learning to manage her emotions.
Yeah.
She only did it once, didn't do it again the next day. But it was just massive shout out to Bluey.
Yeah.
Helping me parent since
that's really
last
cute.
year.
That's really lovely. Bless her. Jason, we've had a message from international listeners. So this has come from Tiz Avery. It says, hey guys, I've been listening for the past month or two. Finally almost caught up with the episodes.
Oh, that's an effort.
That is a fair effort. I just finished the Time Over Money episode.
Come on.
We won't go there again. And I just wanted to let you know that my wife delivered our first baby boy yesterday.
Oh, congratulations.
And just so you know, I'm an international listener from Missouri in America. Your podcast has been helpful mentally preparing me and keeping me calm, waiting for him to get here. I listen to you guys every day at work. Thank you.
Oh, that's incredible. Thank you so much for that message.
That's awesome, isn't it?
That's amazing.
Shout out to you guys.
And congratulations.
Huge congratulations. Little baby boy. That's lovely. Tell you what else is written. I've said this before. Delivered our baby boy yesterday.
Wow.
To think.
Fresh.
I need to let Jason Jordan know. On day 2. I love that.
Yeah, what else you got to do though? You're sitting around
chilling. Yeah. You've got nothing else to do.
Yeah, that's good, huh?
Yeah. Now, you've got loads of free time now. Get in touch. Paternity leave is great though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, saying that, you know, maybe not for you.
My memories are very different.
I remember when my son was first born, we've got cushions on our sofa, as you do, and I'd just lie him on a cushion, and he filled the cushion, like he would fit on the cushion.
Yeah.
The cushion that he now just launches every time he's in the room by himself. But he just fit on this cushion, and I'd play Call of Duty next to him.
Yeah, those were, and thing is, we did have a traumatic experience, but the paternity leave was amazing. Yeah. I genuinely loved the first few months of having a baby. And again, the cushion, we had a bean bag.
Yep.
That would just nestle Noah into. It would hold her in place, feel like she's being cuddled. So I can play Call of Duty.
It's great.
It was brilliant.
Living the dream.
It felt like it. There was a routine, like for the first couple of weeks, where I would go to Tesco and get snacks for the night because I was on night shift. I knew I was doing that. I think now I had really bad reflux or something.
Snacks.
And this is really bad for my health, but I'd get, those chocolate crispy cakes. No. Like the cornflake cakes.
Oh, yeah.
That are chocolatey.
Yeah. But
they did Cadbury's version.
Oh, Lord.
And oh, my word. I had a whole box of that to myself. With a, those energy drinks that aren't like taurine, and they're like trying to healthy energy drinks. One of those.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, felt good.
The high.
Just how we get through the night.
And just buzzing.
Yeah. Just balancing no one.
M. One day she's going to poo on me.
Here's a random question. I don't know if you have heard of the 75 hard.
No.
You heard about this?
Not at all. I'm very curious.
It's a bit of an exercise fad going on at the moment.
Is it?
75 days of a stringent, like strict routine. I just wondered if you'd heard about it.
Oh, so you go hard at it for 75 days.
That's it. That's the idea.
No, I haven't heard of
Nothing
it.
else. So apparently, it consists of every day you have to do 2 45-minute exercises.
45.
One of them has to be outside. So they can both be outside, but one of them has to be outside.
What if it's really humid?
Has to be outside.
Really?
A walk counts
Be sweating
as
buckets.
as an exercise.
Hmm.
What else do you have to do? You have to read 10 pages of a non-fiction book.
A non-fictional book?
Yeah.
Like the dictionary?
Or just not a story book.
What's...
Like
encyclopedia?
no, like books like Atomic Habits, like those leadership books, those self-reflection books, all those, that whole genre that exists of books.
That tells you
That's not Harry Potter.
How little I do not read. The only non-fictional books I could think of were an encyclopedia and a dictionary, and I've got a third of Thesaurus.
And you have to drink 3.5 litres of water a day.
That's a lot of weeing.
I've only just a bunch of YouTubers are doing it. I just thought, I cannot be bothered to do that.
So you're not bothering?
No, not at all.
Cool story.
I just wanted to bring it because it's a popular cultural reference.
No, I haven't heard of that.
Well, there we go.
How is the six-pack before 30?
It's a tough subject. I'd like to blame moving house.
Oh, yeah, blame moving house.
Blame moving house.
Life got in the way.
It did, and it continues to do so, even though that's been a few weeks now. You can just linger in. I'm just gearing myself up to go back.
You'll get there.
Maybe I won't.
Maybe. Maybe not. Well, speaking of birthdays and stuff, so you obviously had Noah's birthday a few months ago.
Yeah.
We've had two in recent memories and recent memories. Mate, I am with the man flu still. If you're thinking, oh, he was ill last week, it's the same day. Do you ever have those like moments of just kind of reflection where you look at your kids and just think, look how far we've come?
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, all the time. Especially because I said this before, like where your phone does the flashbacks.
Yeah.
So for me with my son, he looks pretty much the same, but his voice is different.
Yeah.
And that's how I think, oh, like he's so grown up, his voice is different. But with my daughter, because she's got long hair, she visually looks very different. And it's like, what's The Office where it's like, you don't realise you're in the good old days till you look back and you realise these were the good old days. Or something along those lines. Butchered it.
Still works.
Like a steak.
Same effect.
But yeah, and I saw a quote the other day that really sums up kind of the first few years of parenting really nicely. And it was like, the days are long, but the years are short.
Yeah, it's true.
And I thought, that's really true. That's a really good way of wording it.
Yeah. And so we've got this little poster, which is like a drawing of how big Noah would have been when she was born. If you don't know the story, she was born really early, so she was really tiny. And it's put my torch on there. Get it out. But it's a life-size like portrait sort of thing. So it's
to scale.
Just to scale is the word I'm going for. I just print screen it and then traced it. Got it printed.
That's cool.
But that's a genuine reminder every day of like, and it's not in a weird way like we cling on to it, but it's just it's really nice to see like your kids developing. And today it's something like really stupid that she'll say a phrase which I just think feels too grown up for her and too proper, but actually it's just really nice. Yeah. And I think we've said it a few times. It's nice just to go, we're not doing too bad. Like, this is actually all right. We're not ruining everything. Yeah. They won't have to pay too much in counselling when they're older.
It's like the thing we said a few weeks ago, like when I was talking about having 1 and 2 and 3 kids. It goes so quickly. It goes so fast. And it's tough for a little while. Physically tough, like with the sleep and that, but it soon passes. And the next thing, you've just got like all these lovely memories, and every now and again you'll get weed on.
Or pooed on.
Yeah, or shouted at in a shop in front of people when you really have to hold yourself back.
This is a game that Noah made up today, which I had to literally stop and go, no, we don't play that game, but not for her. It was too much for me.
Oh, go on.
I picked her up on my shoulder. We ate dinner outside. I picked her up on my shoulder. I was walking in, and she said, "Oh, we're playing Noah Gets Stolen."
Oh,
and I was like,
flip me.
I was like, I literally put it down. Like, we don't play that game.
That's not a fun game.
Like, that's not good. You might think that's fun right now. That's not fun. And yeah, I was just like whew.
Yeah, this is potentially a deep topic, but when your kids start saying no to you, and we talked about this with Andy, like your kind of instinct is like you don't say no, and you can even teach them to don't say no to adults, like out of respect for adults. But actually, I want my kids to have a choice.
Yeah.
But also, you need to let them know that in certain situations, you need to say no.
Boundary, like that's something that's when, again, probably just because we're in like a new whole stage, like enlightenment, and we understand the world a little bit more than we did like 20 years ago. Something that we've been doing, like for ages now, for as long as I can remember, with Noah, is even when we're playing with her, when she asks us to stop, or like we stop straight away, and it's not like we'll continue because it's fun, but that all leads on to the things of like when she's saying no to us, it's like you have to understand what that means. Like you can have absolutely the power to say no in certain situations. You still have to eat your dinner, but you know what I mean. But you're right. Like there is definitely a thing of just because someone's an adult or like they're older, they have no inherent like thing. You cannot be questioned like that. Having a voice, and that's like really consciously like on my mind quite a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's heightened in having like a girl, but even something that came across, like me and my wife were chatting about the other day, was like at some point I want her to do like self-defense classes, and I think that's stronger because she's a girl.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't know if I don't know, but if she was a boy, would I be less concerned? But I'm quite concerned about her like holding her own as she gets older.
Yeah.
And like being able to like physically defend herself, which is a strange thing to have to think about.
Like 10, 15 years.
And that's the thing. It's like, at what point do you start?
It's one of those, isn't it? Like you kind of worry about things that could potentially happen.
Yeah.
And it's reasonable.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're like, I'm thinking so far ahead.
Yeah, I don't want to like ruin, like put things too quickly, or like have a difficult childhood because I made her go to karate classes. She ends up like the Karate Kid.
Like on a birthday, next time you get a candle out, it's like, fire safety!
Yeah.
Get extinguisher!
But it's all about like getting prepared, isn't it? Like we talked about getting kids school ready. It's like getting kids life ready is long. So, but it's like the little things like add up. Like the little things about teaching them boundaries, and I'm hoping that she'll stop screaming no. But yeah, it's just you hope that you do enough that they're well equipped.
Yeah, it's one of those where you're happy with them saying no to everybody else until they say no to you.
It's like, well, I'm in charge here.
Yeah, like you said, you need to eat your dinner.
Yeah,
or like stop throwing eggs. Have you seen the egg on the head trend?
No,
it's phasing out now, but there's a little video trend where people are like baking with their kids, and they set up a camera and they just crack an egg on their head.
Oh, I hate all those types of things.
Horrible.
Like the egg cracking, the cake face smashing. Hate all of those things.
Yeah, and there's a few that are really young kids that just start crying. There's a few that are older kids that laugh. They see it, they find it funny. There's one I saw where a little girl's like, "Ow!" and she just picks one up and does it back. I'm like, good for you. But yeah, just a bit. Why?
Even with that, that's one of the things that like, because I was a horrible kid. Like, I would love to make everyone laugh, but it would be at the expense of somebody else.
Yeah.
So even like with Noah, I'm really conscious of like humor is like not at the expense of somebody else.
Yeah.
Like especially if you're putting them down or making them look stupid. Like self-deprecating humor's fine.
Yeah.
But like hurting someone and it's funny, that's the crosses the line for me. It's like, that's probably why I hate those videos so much with a passion.
Yeah. No, there's some just little kids getting head cracked with an egg. Yeah, not cool.
I mean, it could be funny, but
like I said, with the older kids that like see the funny side, and they just
it would be funnier if the kids did it to the adults.
Yeah,
That would be funny.
But then the adult won't stand for it.
Yeah, and if it wasn't planned, that'd be quite elaborate for a 3-year-old. Set up a phone.
Why have you got a tripod? You'll see, mummy.
I've been trying to bake cakes with Noah, trying to find a good recipe that doesn't have egg, milk, and soy in. So trial and error, found one. The problem I'm having is like her senses take over. As soon as I put flour into the bowl and she helps me sieve it in, it's all helps. We've measured it all out. As soon as I get a wooden spoon out, she tries to eat the whole thing.
Because she likes flour?
She's just, all she has in her head is cake.
Oh, fair.
And like, I thought, I'll just let her do it. It's flour. She'll go, oh, that tastes horrible, and stop. No.
Just loves the flour.
She just wants to keep eating it. It's like, no, stop that. And then we'll put other ingredients in. She'll stir it. And as soon as she sees me look away, take a massive spoonful and try and eat it again.
That'll give you a dry mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't stop her.
Mate, that's odd. It's like eating talcum powder. So do you know, last week, 2 weeks ago, you said your daughter's spoiled.
Yeah.
And you always said, I'm not going to spoil her.
Yeah.
But I'm a sap.
I'm a sap.
And we came to the conclusion that together, we're just a couple of saps.
Couple of saps.
Had a few comments on TikTok from some other saps. So Nesta has been in touch.
Sap Society.
Sap Society. Shout out. SAP. Nesta has been on saying, I think us dads are all saps when it comes to treating our princes and princesses. They just melt us, don't they?
Absolutely.
And then Carrie...
like a sap.
SAP. And Carrie has put, before you have them, you just don't know you're a sap.
Oh.
So the level of sappage has always been there.
Like a closet sap.
You're just aware of it.
I don't know. But it's a very particular sapness. It's not other people's kids.
No, that's true.
I'm not a generic sap for just...
You're a niche sap.
It's a niche, yeah. It's unlocked a very niche side of me.
Sappy. Sappy do. Sap. It's like the Griswolds. A lot of sap in here.
It's the Griswold.
You've not seen Christmas Vacation? You get stuck in the Christmas tree that he's cut down. He's like, there's a lot of sap in here.
No.
Oh, nothing worse than a reference that doesn't land and you have to explain it.
I'm sure the listeners, some of them.
Shout out to the listeners that do get it. And if you're listening, Clark Griswold.
Is that the character?
Yeah. Shout out to you. Chevy Chase. That's a proper cool name, isn't it?
Chevy Chase.
What would your stage name be if you had a stage name?
Stage name? Oh, I haven't even thought about this.
Because I've been told Jordan Piano sounds like a stage name.
Does sound like a stage name for a jazz pianist.
Yeah.
Or just for a podcast host.
Yep. Failed at both of those things.
Em was questioning me the other day about my PlayStation gamer tag.
Oh, yeah. What is it?
It's
put about past Reverend, isn't it?
No, that's just the Call of Duty one.
Oh, right.
But again, I think it's only to FIFA, so I don't worry about people trying to add me because it won't work. It's Heronveen.
Heronveen?
There's a town called Heronveen.
In Holland?
No idea.
I think it is.
It was on FIFA once, and it just stuck. I was playing with a few friends, it just stuck. And she was like, what's that about? I'm like, it's just my gamer tag. She's like, I know, but it's not your name. I'm like, I'm really confused here.
It's a town in Holland or Belgium.
It's a town.
One of the two.
Had to make a username. That's what I picked.
There you go.
And she was just really confused.
Speaking of gaming,
Yeah.
it was my birthday last week, and I got a PlayStation 1.
You did get a PlayStation 1.
I got a PlayStation 1 with Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, the original as well. Crash Bandicoot 1.
Yeah. And I nearly completed it in a day.
Seriously?
Yeah.
100%? All crystals?
No.
Oh, it's the main levels?
So the problem is
yeah.
I haven't got a memory card. So I have to get to the my camera roll is just the little codes that pop up every now and again.
Oh, yeah, because every time you completed a level, you could type in a code.
Yeah. So I've got a code that takes me back a few levels. So I have to complete the same 3 levels to get to where I am again. But it was absolute pure nostalgia. But it's genuinely aged really well.
That's an incredible gift.
Really good. So shout out to my sister.
Was it, does it have a HDMI lead?
No, SCART.
SCART lead? Do you still have one?
Had to get my old TV out.
Wow. So it's the proper OG one as well.
Yeah, and the TV gets so hot after a
Does
little
it?
while. Yeah. I'll tell you what the worst thing is, though, about the old school games consoles.
What?
The cable. from the control to the console.
I would have thought the SCART would have been worse.
No, because you've got a HDMI anyway.
Oh, do you have to sit close to it?
But with the kids, they're like, "Daddy, what are you doing?" And like they're walking, and then they're tripping over the cable.
Oh yeah, of course. They've never seen that before.
Get caught in the cable.
They don't understand the progression of where we've come from.
No, so that's the most annoying thing. But yeah, absolutely loved Crash Bandicoot this weekend.
This is really sad. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older, but again, I'm returning to the old nostalgic games so much that I found my old PSP.
Oh mate, but ahead of its time, the PSP.
It definitely was. It came out too early, in my opinion. Missed the wave. They should develop a new one.
Yep, should.
Probably wouldn't buy it. Can't afford it.
It's so expensive.
But I this was really sad. I ordered all new parts from China, so now it looks brand new.
Oh, that is sad.
But it's amazing. Now I can play Crash Bandicoot on my PSP.
A little bit sad.
It sits on my bedside table.
Nice.
We've got a new bedtime routine for us adults. 10 o'clock, we go into bed. Em reads a book. I play Crash Bandicoot.
Fictional book.
Fictional book.
It was really disappointing though, because I got this this PlayStation, and I thought, me and my boy gonna be playing Crash Bandicoot, loving it, and he just can't do it, and his fingers are too small to reach the things. And then he just sat next to me. He was like, "This is boring." I was like, "Mate, this is great." When I was your age,
My sister had the exact same thing with Crash Bandicoot with her kids.
so good.
They got a new PlayStation, and she thought, I'm gonna go out, buy Crash Bandicoot. Like, they've remade it for the PlayStation, and she was so excited to go play it with them.
No,
She was playing it by herself.
Oh, bless her.
Yep.
Well, times have changed.
Is it just because we were just so much easier to entertain?
Well, that's a big question.
That's a big question.
The corners of my thumbs though have gotten a little bit what's the word, like calluses on my thumbs.
There was a kid at school in my class in year 6 where he had no fingerprint on his left thumb because he played that much.
Wow.
And like you could see it, like there was like a size difference.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shame on his mum and dad.
Oh, he was a very clever kid.
Oh, well, fair play. Good, more power to them.
Don't know what's happened to him now.
Find him.
Probably still playing that same game.
Ask him about his thumbs.
Have you seen that thing like on your fingers, whichever hand you hold your phone with, if it's a big phone, like there's a dent in your little pinky finger.
That's not true. Oh, yeah, there is.
Yep. Your little pinky finger holds up your phone.
I mean, I need to even these out.
Just before we go, we are doing our very first ever live show
You might have heard.
at the Swedish giant itself,
IKEA
IKEA,
in Nottingham.
in Nottingham.
IKEA in Nottingham.
I can't wait. It's on the 10th of November. Tickets are free. You can pre-sign up for tickets, is that right?
Yeah.
At parentingtools.co.uk / IKEA.
Yeah, come along. We'll have some fun. Tell us a story. Tell us if your child has ever had a meltdown in an IKEA.
Mine have.
I think mine have.
Several.
We've definitely left IKEA very quickly before.
Yeah, I made it. You know when there's like 2 sets of escalators?
Oh, not at this one.
Or is there not?
No.
So the one in Sheffield, there's
Very
2
accessible.
2 sets of escalators or 2 sets of stairs. We got to the top of one, literally turned around, came back down and left.
Really? Didn't even get in the maze.
Didn't even get to the maze. Never found out what was at the middle.
Never lost phone signal.
Yeah.
Is that a common thing for all IKEAs?
It's just so big that
Yeah.
your phone just can't navigate.
Maybe it's a real strategy they've employed for you
Could
to get
be.
lost in the store, to get immersed.
I'd love to let's ask.
They block your signal. So all that you have is the Swedish goods.
And you can sample the salmon over the meatballs.
No, you're wrong.
I'm telling you, it's the way.
I'm telling you it's not.
And we'll see you in your ears next week.